Om Sadashivasamaramabham Shankaracharya Asmadacharya Vijyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Okay. So we are seeing last time an elaborate answer to the Purva Paksha that it is Upasana Vidhi Seshatva. He started, if you look at the whole picture, by talking about Taratamya in Phalam. First he said, Dharma Jignasayo, Dharma Brahma Jignasayo ho, Phalavaya Lakshanya. Phalam is different. One is Nityam, other is Anityam. Now to prove Anityam, he elaborately went into the whole idea of Taratanya. Because what do you mean when you say Anityam? When you say Anityam, you mean it is comparable. It is finite time space we can all talk about. But here he is elaborating it to show how there is gradations. Gradation is one sure way of saying it is finite. Yeah. One sure way of saying. That's why so much of time we spent on saying whether Durma, northern path, southern path, all that he talked about was to show that there are gradings. That gradings depend upon what you have done. What you have done will depend upon your capacity, adhikaritum, etc. We saw whether you have done Ishti, whether you have done only Purti. What is Ishti? Yagadi. Ishti is Yagadi. Okay. Remember that I given you that verse also.
It is there.
It is there in your books.
Yes.
What is Ishti, what is this thing, etc. It's important to have some idea about it.
Ishti is Agnihotra, Japa, on that. And it's, I think, page 11. Here only, page 112.
Yes. It said that Agnihotram tapas satyam Vedanam cha anupalanam Atityam Vaishwadevam cha Ishtimitya vidiyate. Agnihotradi karmas. Okay. Tapas. Satyam. Satyavachana syadi. Vedanam cha anupalayam. Doing what is necessary to follow the Veda. Now following the Vedas, you think, it's okay. It's not that easy simple. Okay. Nitya karmas, Naimityam karmas. To follow all the Vedas, it takes a lot of time and effort. Okay. Atityam. Atityam meaning the guest, the uninvited guest. This is important because in olden days, there were no hotels to eat. Food in India was never sold. Food is not sold. Because everyone has a right for food here. Khane ko kya? Yeah. That's why even nowadays you say if a beggar comes to you, give him food. Right to eat, right to exist, everyone has. The food was never sold. So there was no hotels. So what about travelers? Okay. What about travelers? Travelers would eat whoever welcomes them. So in all the villages, everyone would cook for at least one person extra. One person extra was cooked. 1 second, don't put it on. I just want. Okay. I want to switch off this. Set meeting heights. It's not. Next time someone enters, now please don't admit them. Let me just adjust this. Because I'm not getting any other. 1 second, let me see. Participants may not take it. Oh, yeah, I'm getting it. I want to switch off that noise. Yes. Okay, that's fine. So, everyone, at least for one person, there will be food. And it is a custom to get to your door entrance and announce there is a meal available if anyone wants it. Nowadays, nobody does it. But I have seen one custom in the Nordic countries. Okay. There's a technical expression for it. I forget the technical expression. Someone will go to a hotel and they'll say 5 coffees, 3 packed, 2 surplus.
For the next.
Paid forward.
Paid forward, yeah. It is paid forward, so someone else, some hobo will come. Is there a free coffee available? Oh yeah, it is there. Take it. Only in the Nordic countries I have seen this. Nowhere else in the world this old custom is kept going. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, Atityam. What was Atityam? Okay. Vaishvadevam.
What is this Ishta, Purta and Datta?
Yeah, we have come to it. Hold on. I know we are coming to it. Vaishvadevam. Vaishvadevam is again Vedic rituals where the Vishwadeva is invoked. Iti Ishtam Abhidiyate. This is Ishta karmas. Then, if you do all this, okay, if you do all this, then you are going to by the northern marga. But along with them, some Purti has to be done also. What is Purti? Vapi Kupa Tatakadi. Devata Yatanani cha Anna Pradhanam Aramaha Purtamiti Abhidiyate. Vapi Kupa Tataka. These are all water bodies. Okay? Vapi is a small tank. Kupa a well. Tataka a bigger, this thing like temple tanks, etc. Or water management. Okay? Devata Yatanani, small temples, etc. Anna Pradhanam, giving away food, not as part of Atityam, separately, Annadhanam. Aramaha, building up choultries, etc. Resting places. Purtamiti Abhidiyate. In fact, your social outreach. This will include building roads, etc. Many infrastructure development in ancient India happened by individuals. Rich people could afford it. They would contribute to the infrastructure development. It was not only limited to the government. It was extended to people also. Okay. Then, what is Dattam? Sharanagata Stranana. Protection to people who have come to you for safety. This is mainly for kings, etc. Okay? Or Bahubalis. Bhutanam cha api ahimsanam. The practice of ahimsa. Bahirvedi chayaddanam. Okay, Bahirvedi chayaddanam. And danam given to other people also. Okay. Okay, chayaddanam. Dattamiti abhidiyate. All this is called Dattam. Dattam is a really tricky. You're sharing over here. Dattam. That which is given away. That which is given away. So in Orthodoxy, because most people would not give away anything. Dattam kya देगा? मेरा बाजी नहीं है. See, to give doesn't require much. It requires a full heart. Because everyone can share what they have with someone. Yeah. I have seen street kids. Guys got 2 vada pav to eat. Thoda bhajia hai, 2 vada pav hai. And he sees another kid. Khana khaya hai? Lena? नहीं तू भाई है मेरा ले 1 vada pav goes to he doesn't have, he just has 2 vada pavs for his lunch. What many of us would take as a snack. Yeah. But it took as a heart, that's it. So because many people don't do it, they extended it as in Kanyadanam. You want to get your daughter married anyway. Though Kanya is not meant to be given as Dhanam. A human being cannot be given as Dhanam, okay?
I see.
Yeah.
But all of us have gone.
I know, human being cannot be given as Dhanam. But the priests started saying these things, Kanyadanam, etc. You know, it came from saying because what else will people do? So Kanyadan Punya both important. Becomes a big Punya.
Because they couldn't do other punyas.
Probably. This is my personal opinion, okay? I have not seen anything written like this in a Dharma Shastra. Yeah.
Over the
Swamiji,
years.
Yeah.
why didn't Nachiketa ask his father, what about me, if Kanyadana can't be given?
Because that is why it is considered a mistake. Because
He was not aware of it.
he was a kid, not fully aware of the whole Shastra. He had not studied it, therefore.
Okay.
Okay. And he found the father giving away all the useless cows.
Yeah.
The good ones are already given away. The good ones are already given away. But because a cow is old, you don't go and slaughter it. You keep it and you take care of it. So even those were given away because there is Vishwajit Yaga. You know, you will read in books saying he was giving away all the old ones, keeping the good ones for himself. No, everything was given away. Vishwajit Yaga. So all these activities of sharing is called Dattam, Danam, charity. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Dattamiti Abhidhiyate. See, all this is what Ishta takes you northern Maga. Purti and Dattam alone will go up to Pitraloka, etc. The southern part. That's why I say in Kali Yuga, very few people will go to heaven. Kidhar Ishti sab karega? Where do you? Yeah, you'll do something. Samashti you will do for Navaratri, etc. As if some Matha is doing it. So that's all. Yeah. Where else is anything done? Yeah. So you contribute to it. But it's still not you doing it. Because you're taking part in this thing. That's good enough, but okay. So why is he saying all this? To establish Taratamya. Taratamya means gradations. Yeah. Like certain yagas, you can't do. There is a yaga which only the Vaishyas can do. It's called Vaishyostamaha.
Yeah.
A Brahmana cannot do it, should not do it. Vaishyostamaha. So it is not that Brahmins were considered superior caste, etc. This all came later. This all came later. Yeah. Because certain things you can't do. There may be a Brahmana, लेकिन ये नहीं कर सकता. Out. Vajpayee, you can't do. You can do it for somebody else, the king. Vajpayee has done only by a Kshatriya. Minimum chieftain you have to be. Yeah. Otherwise you can't do a Vajpayee. Yeah. So there were things like this. Because of that, Taratamya was there. Taratamya means what? Gradation. Gradation means what? Finitude. Because it's based on Veda. See, the whole idea is all your karma is based on Veda, on duality. If it is based on duality, it's finite. See, we use time space to show finitude because that's the ultimate. But all these details are also there in that finitude. All dharma is finite. All dharma is finite. So this is also dharma. Anything that you do to take care of yourself after death is also comes under dharma. On your onward journey, whatever you do is part of dharma.
The rituals you do for your Pitras also during
Part of dharma.
Shraddha.
Shraddha Sarva. Dharma. Yeah. All that will come under dharma. Yeah.
Gradations of what?
Gradations of the result. Because the idea is, what was this idea? Upasana will give you moksha. But Upasana phalam is graded. Graded means finite. Therefore, how much moksha will you get out of it? This is the question. What type of a moksha will you get out of it? That's what he is elaborating there, na, in that whole answer. Okay.
Sorry, Upasana, how that is results of results
Now,
of
Upasana phalam, all right. Okay. The Upasana, if you remember Isavasi Upanishad, okay. Andam tama pravishyanti यो विद्याम उपासते, यो अविद्याम उपासते, ततो भूयः andam pravishanti yo vidyam upasate. There avidya was karma. If you do only karma, you are going to only up to Pitraloka. If you combine upasana and karma together, you will go up to Swarga ityadi or Brahmaloka, up to Brahmaloka. But even this only this much. So upasana is meant to enhance the Vedic karma that you do. Because all upasanas are Vedic. All upasanas are Vedic. Saguna Brahma Vishiye Manasa Vyapara. With respect to Ishvara, Saguna Brahma, yeah, Manasa Vyapara. So for all upasanas there is a Devata. Yeah. Even in so-called modern thing, you are doing Reiki. No, I am invoking the energy. Actually it is Devata, you don't know it. Prana is Hiranyagarbha. There is a Devata involved. Whether you know it or not is a question. Okay? Because there is an attempt to secularize everything. Yeah. And really speaking, as students of Vedanta, we need to resist that. Okay? Yoga is not secular, yoga is Hindu. Let us be open about it. Just because you want everyone to accept yoga, you don't have to make it secular. Why? The moment you make it secular, they will cut it off from Hinduism and you will have Christian yoga. There is already there. Yeah. Why? It's an attempted digestion of a culture. Okay? Yeah. Then meditation, no, these are secular meditation. It's got nothing to do with Hinduism. Then spirituality, no, this is not Hindu, this is spiritual. This has got nothing to do with Hinduism. The same thing will come. Pramana is Upanishad, then the Pramana will go out. Then you will have people like Rupert Spira, etc. talking. Yeah, where there is no Vedanta, nobody is talking. For him, moksha is to see everything as love. Ask Karthik. Karthik asked him that question.
So on the same page there is a word which is not so in Brahma Vidya.
Yeah.
Here anybody who is sadhan, chatushta, sampan and adhit Vedanta. Adhit Vedanta.
Adhita Veda.
That means what?
Yeah, we'll come to it. I'll come to it. So that is with respect to Adhikari. Coming to, we still have to come to that.
Okay.
Okay? Because we are just seeing the answer. Okay? Then Shari, and not only that, because of this dharma this thing, we have different shariras and different lokas. Or back here to earth, Kshine Punya Marte Lokam Vishanti. Therefore, different shariras, different adhikaris. All of us are not going to get the same thing, depends on where you are gone. You go to Pitraloka, your sharira definitely will be different from what is there in Swarga. Pitraloka sharira is different from this body here. Na? This body is left behind for burning, to become pumpkin for your grandchildren. See, no choice. You know, so either you become food for the birds if you are a Parsi, or you will become food for the fishes if you are a sailor, you get burial at sea, or food for the worms if you are buried. Or Hindu, you do a cremation, right? Put the ashes in the river, and the river puts, when it gets flooded, puts it onto the soil, and you become pumpkin for your grandchildren. Be careful when you eat a pumpkin, you may be eating your grandfather.
You're stretching it too far.
Halloween.
Now what happened to your
Hanging
vegetarianism?
out your grandparents.
Now what happened to your vegetarianism?
बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया.
Carving out the grandparents are falling.
This is not just a joke, okay? I don't just joke. I'm highlighting a point here. Annam is Shariram. Shariram goes back to being Annam. Isn't it? Oshadebhya Annam Saeva, Esha Purusha, Anna Rasamaya. Remember? Taittiriya, Anna Rasamaya. And when dying, what will it become? Go back to eating food only. Okay. Ashes are put into the road, over into the field. Annam. So, no choice in it. Sharira Taratamyam, Manas Taratamyam, all that is Adhikari Vedam. Taratamyam within a Loka also. Somebody has done better punya, so in the same Loka he gets a better setup. We just made the entrance. Just made the entrance. So, this will be there. Like a former US president died. Okay. I'm not mentioning names. Then he reached the pearly gates of heaven. He said it's not often that we get such a high ranking of person in heaven. So, you are given a choice whether you want to spend your time in heaven or hell. Saint Peter, what type of a choice is this, sir? Of course I want to spend time in heaven. No, you're given a choice. So first he's put into the elevator, goes straight all the way down to hell. Then he six. This thing, it opens up, green meadows. He sees many of his friends there. You're welcome, yeah, come. Here, let's have a drink. Let's have a round of golf. Golf is party time in the evening. Wow. This is great here. This is really great. I never thought, and never had such a nice time with my colleagues. Everyone is here. But then at the end of the day, he has to go back heaven. Okay, next day is back at the pearly gates. Now have a look at heaven. So heaven, a lot of angels around, all playing their harp. So he also given a harp. He also learned to play it. This thing, good food and drink. Then next day, the devil asked him, where would you like to be? He says, I never thought I would say this, but I prefer to be in hell. You sure? Yep. All right. The elevator again goes straight down to hell. It's a dry desert, hot. All his colleagues are in rags, picking up all the garbage, this, that, etc. What is this? Where is all the golf course and all the welcome drink and all gone? Yesterday you were campaigning. Today you have voted. Taratamyam, okay? Modern version of the same thing. What is saying? Taratamyam hota hai. Adhikari vedam, sharira vedam, everything happens. Yeah. So because of that, what happens? He says, Taratamyam, evam, not only that, avidyadi doshavatam. This we had to see, the last bit we had to see. Evam avidyadi doshavatam. Dharma taratamya nimittam sharira upadana purvakam sukha dukkha taratamya nimittam samsarupam shruti smruti nyaya prasiddham 112. Okay. Therefore, there is avidya lesha in all of them. Nobody has got self-knowledge. Why? Because you have taken yourself as a karta and done all the karma. No? So with all the karma, what will happen? You get phalam. Therefore, avidya is there. Taratamyam is there, different shariras are there, and because of that, through the body, you are relating to the sense objects. Therefore, sukha dukkha anubhava is also there. Sukha dukkha anubhava is also there. Even in heaven, there will be some dukkha lesha will be there. You want to go and have a discussion with Indra. He is busy with somebody else. Wait. टाइम का 1 घंटा हो गया होता है
Kartutva Bhaktutva is also there.
Huh?
Kartutva Bhaktutva is also there.
Yeah, because see, heaven is a dimension. So in a dimension, all the same issues will be there.
So Kartutva is also
Huh?
there.
Kartrutvam is not.
Kartutva is also
Kartrutvam is not there, only Bhoktrutvam is
Only
there.
Bhaktutva.
Only
So
Bhoktrutvam.
all the dimensions.
For all the
only-
lokas, yes.
Excepting.
Yeah. Kartrutvam took you there.
Okay.
Now that is pure Bhokta.
So any dimension it
Yeah.
is like that.
Now who have Kartrutvam there? The Karma Devas. Karma Devas are those people who did so much of karma, they are given positions of responsibility there. They are called Karma Devas. Those who run the setup. They are Karma Devas. They have a basic Kartrutva. Not enough to get out of heaven. Both हो गया मेरे को निकल जाने का नहीं. वो प्रारब्ध है. You can resign your job and go. प्रारब्ध है, you have to be there until the your time is over. Karma Devas means for the whole kalpa they are there.
Swamiji, do they have the option of knowing the truth over there?
Some.
Or,
Yeah, you said no.
Some like Indra, Varuna, Agni, etc. You know? Because Kartrutvam is there, freedom of choice is there, they have, if they can find a teacher.
But Indra is also positional.
Positional, but Indra went to Uma and learned, remember Kena Upanishad? So Indra gains that wisdom.
That particular Indra.
Yeah. Yama,
Probably, I think.
similarly Yama, Varuna, etc. They Agni, they also gained it. Yama is a teacher in Kathopanishad.
Yes.
So one is a positional place. Because freedom of choice was there for the people who are in that position, there is possibility of moksha. Because they realize, I did so much of punya, what a job I had. I had to go and kill all these characters. I had done enough on earth. इधर भी वही काम करने का पड़ता है. The prarabdha is over. And when I pick up a young boy and comes, all his parents are crying. क्या करूँ लेके लेके आना पड़ना है. It's not an easy job, no?
It is possible that some who was the Indra at that point of time gained knowledge, but somebody who's there may not.
That's
may
different
not know.
kalpas. Now you're talking
Different-
bringing
that's
different-
possible.
Yeah, that is okay. Yeah, that can come. Yeah, Karthik.
So, Swamiji, if the karma devatas have free will, would the universal laws not go haywire then? I mean,
No, they also will have to follow dharma. Bishadmat vata pravat. You know, that Kathopanishad statement, out of fear of Ishvara alone all this function, meaning the rule of law, the dharma. Mrityu dhavati panchama, that all those verses like that show that even they have to follow that universal dharma. Asuras were people who broke the universal dharma.
right.
Another dimension of asura. So they broke the universal dharma. That is why that conflict. Why are all those stories there? To show that conflict of dharma is universal. In fact, I would say it is a dynamic tension between this dharma and adharma that keeps the samsara going. Samsara has kept going because of this. What you may have studied in management as supporting forces and restraining forces. That's a smaller application. Same thing. In a human being also it is true. No? There is always a conflict of dharma, adharma. It comes up. There is some adharma in the best of us, and there is some dharma in the worst of us. Is there?
Even in Tai Chi we have
Yeah.
yin and the yang,
Yeah,
the
same
polarities.
thing. That's all developed from here only. This philosophy developed into that. Yeah. Okay. Therefore, Sukadevata. Okay. Samsara Rupa Shruti Smriti Nyaya Prasiddham. See, this is very well known in the Shruti and the Smriti. Means what? That without Sharira Sambandha, you cannot enjoy any loka, any karma phala. Karma phalam to be enjoyed, you need a sharira. This sharira or some other sharira in another dimension, but you need a sharira. It may be a thought body in higher lokas. Let's say Brahmaloka, it may be for all just a thought body, but that much is necessary. Otherwise, how can you interface? Remember, basic learning Tattva Bodha. Sharira is Bhoga Ayatanam, the counter for experience. Bhoga Ayatanam. Manas, etc. Bhoga Sadhanam. For whom? Karta. For me, the Jiva. For me, I have Bhoga Sadhanam, mind, etc. And Ayatanam, the interface with the world. That's the body. That's why they will say, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. Dharma Sadhanam, take care of your body. Without that, what dharma are you going to do? So the whole thing comes like that. For dharma, yes. That means what? Karma and upasana phalam is connecting with Sharira. Look at how he has established it. Taratamyam, karma phalam, etc. So you are sa shariravan. Shariravan karma phalam bhungte. If you have a sharira, only then you can enjoy karma phalam. Is upasana karma or not karma? Karta hai na? You have a choice to do, not do. Do it differently also. No, that I'll do this part of it, that part. Different upasanas you can take. Choices may be limited by the Shastra, but hai na. That means what? Karta is involved. So Karta does upasana karma. And you have to get phalam, what do you need? Some shariram you require. So shariratva. Because without sharira, you are not going to enjoy any karma phala. Manasam or kayikam. How are you going to enjoy? Why is he saying it? Now look at the answer.
See, what was the thought Sharira you were saying?
The body is made up of only thought. It's a different, subtle matter. Yeah.
Only mana.
Use your imagination a bit. I just give an example. This is gross, no?
This is gross.
When electricity is being transferred through the wires, okay, wire is a body. That electricity, how is it transferred? Pure energy. Okay. So when a lightning comes, what is it? Pure energy. So what is the body of lightning? Pure energy.
Yes.
So like that you can have a pure energy body. You have one right now. Your pranamaya kosha is what? Energy body, na? Then, so supposing my physical body is not there, then what will happen?
But how will it look actually?
Okay. Generally, when you die, when you leave this body, you will look an idealized version of yourself. When did you feel the most powerful as a person? Probably 30, 40, around 40-year-old. Because you had some wisdom and you had the physical strength. So you will look around that much. This is what, from what I have seen of jivas, this is what they look like. Yeah. Only people who look older are rishis, wise people, etc. Because with age, they are more empowered here, so they prefer that. So they will look a bit older. Others will look around 40 or so. When you feel most empowered. That's why you say after 40, some deterioration starts. Thoda BP aaya, 40, 45. So 50, all these things starts. So in your 40 or so, you are fine. Anyway, that apart, that's not part of the Brahma Sutra. Okay. Okay. Then he says, Tatach Shrutihi. What does the Shruti say? Nahi sharirasya sataha priya priyeho apitya asti. Sharirasya asataha it should be. Okay. So what is the sharirasya sataha or asataha?
Sada.
Sata.
Sataha.
Sharira sada.
Priya, priyo,
Therefore, when the Sharira is there, Priya, you cannot be free from.
112.
Yeah, okay. Ashariram Vavasantam. Priya Prive Asprishataha. If you are an Asharira, okay, if you are an Asharira, if you are dissociated from this body, then where is Priya for you? Okay, there is no Priya for you. Okay. Iti Priya Sparshana Pratisheda cha Chodana Lakshana Dharma Karyatvam Moksha Kesya Ashiritvasya Pratishyate iti Gamyate. Therefore, other than Dharma, Ashariram is presented as moksha, freedom from Priya, freedom from this Taratamya, Ananda Surupam, freedom from Taratamya, but Ananda Surupam is presented as moksha. Therefore, moksha is presented as Ashariratvam. Hey, that means I have to give up this body. We'll come to that. Okay.
So, Swamiji, the sadhus who go into samadhi, they experience this ashariratvam, no?
No, that is only experiential. That is not factual. That's an experience. Okay. Samadhi experience also I'll cover. Okay. Okay. Dharma karyate hi priya swarshana pratisheda na upapadyate. If it is dharma karyam, dharma karma karyam or dharma upasana karyam, then you can't say there is no priya. Because upasana phalam is priya and apriya. Mainly priyam. Okay, mainly priyam. You do the wrong upasana, then you will get apriya. Yeah. It's like one of my batchmates. A big problem with his eyes. You know, there are actually growths happening in his eyes, which every 2 weeks he has to go to the doctor and remove the spines coming out. So an ophthalmologist has to go. So half the time he's with closed eyes because it aches him, even to keep it open, it's paining. Then he checked up with someone, I went to an astrologer. He said, previous lifetime you did Surya Upasana very heavy. You are very jiddi. You did in your own way, whatever you wanted without guidance, etc. And it went wrong. So this is because Surya is connected with your eyes. If you have weak Surya in your character, we all have specs. Yeah. So upasana, priya, priyam, apriyam also can happen. Yeah, apriyam can also happen. Ashariratvam eva dharma karyatvam iti chet na. Supposing your ashariratvam is also dharma karya. Na tasya svabhavikatvat. For ashariram, you don't have to do anything. You have to recognize you are free from the sharira even when you are in the sharira. That's moksha. When you are in the sharira, you are free from the sharira. Swabhavikam, natu dharma karma phalam. It is not the result of dharma. Dharma here means karma, upasana, both included. Anavasteshu astitam. Okay, ashariram sharireshu. Anavasteshu avastitam. In that which is finite, it is manifest. Anavasteshu. Yeah?
That's a Jivan Mukta, no?
That's a Jivan Mukta. Yeah, Jivan Mukta is not Jivan Mukta. This is a state of a Jivan Mukta, right? But this is a fact for you right now. Your mind may have not accepted it fully. But right now when I am saying I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that, really speaking that I is free from the Sharira, independent of the Sharira. Free means independent of. Asharira means independent of the Sharira. Independent of Sharira. Mahantam vivam atmanam matva dhiraha na shochati. Mahantam vivam atmanam. Atmanam which is mahantam, vibhum, consciousness which is limitless. Matva, jnatva, once having known. Dhiraha na shochati. The dhima, the thinking person, na shochati. There is no priya because gradations are not there. Gradations of sukha means what? That little bit sukha is always there. No? That's why gradations. असंगो हि अयम पुरुषः बृहदारण्यकसूत्री श्रुतिभिश्च इति एवं अनुष्ठेय कर्म फल विलक्षणम. Other than anushtheya karma that you are doing, mokshakyam asharirtvam nityamiti siddham. Whereas that is anityam because of taratamyam. Here, mokshakyam asharirtvam nityamiti siddham. That's important to understand that. That when you say nityam, there is no taratamyam. And it is ashariratvam. But ashariratvam sharireshu. You are in the body, but you are independent of the body. It's a question of pure recognition. If it is literal ashariratvam, then karma would be involved. Can you see that? If ashariratvam had to be literally taken, nay, for moksha I had to be free from this body, then I had to do some karma about it, na?
Correct.
Give me my sword. Harakri. वो सब नहीं करने के मेरे को थोड़ा स्लीपिंग टैबलेट दे. Whatever some karma you have to do.
Then you have to die, no?
Huh?
Or you have to die.
You have to die.
Correct.
You have to wait. कभी मरूंगा मैं.
But Swamiji, this ashariratvam can happen in many things. Like it can happen in samadhi, it can happen in unconsciousness,
No.
it can happen in deep sleep.
All those are experiential.
Yeah, so
But it is not real.
so
Because it's experiential,
it is experiential
finitude.
with ajnanam. So basically ashariratvam with jnanam
One
only
second.
can give.
Exactly. Because the moment it's an experience, what happens?
It will be limited.
Gradations.
Gradations.
Remember, gradations.
Yeah. So
Look,
ashariratvam.
now gradations. Now how can there be gradations? Look at the ashariratvam in sleep. To the ashariratvam in a coma state.
Coma state.
To an ashariratvam in samadhi state.
Samadhi state.
तारतम्य है कि नहीं उधर? See, it is only from the Sankhya, Saishwara Sankhya angle, or yoga angle, that samadhi equals moksha. Because it's not upasana, you are not doing anything. Then what is samadhi? The question is, ajnanam is there or not there? Even if you are looking at samadhi and then looking at it, see, this is a modern Purvaksha that has come in after this, relatively modern. Okay, that samadhi equals moksha, and there are a lot of modern teachers who propagate this. Okay. Now, let us say it was not completely anta samadhi, you got some insights in samadhi. Even then, your samadhi is for a finite time, no? Number one. Number one, samadhi is in a finite time. Number two, if there is ignorance, okay, that ignorance cannot be negated without a pramana. So where does that come in? Pramana is not there. Then you will bring in the idea of dharma mega samadhi. Dharma mega samadhi, in a way, is connecting up with the cosmic mind. Okay? Cosmic mind has all knowledge. You connect up with it. And you will gain some insight. This is why sometimes you go to a Siddha Purusha. Ask him something. Inside. नहीं बेटे ऐसा करो ये हो जाएगा and you do it, it works out. Now what happened? He got a connect directly without the using of your astrology, tarot, I Ching, etc. Without all these, a direct connect with the mind, and he gains some insight. Can he know everything? See, you're downloading things from Hiranyagarbha to your mind. How much can you download? What your mind can handle. No, with meditation and all, I strengthen my mind. Jumper cables, remember? Energy work. Kitna karega? Kitna karega? Your mind is still finite mind. That is limitlessness. That's the cosmic mind. Can you download all that knowledge?
No.
You can't. You just,
Swamiji,
yeah.
sorry. What about those people who have these near-death experiences?
One second.
They go and come back?
Don't digress. Let me finish this topic.
Okay.
Then you can ask that. Yeah. So now, how much can you download? You can download only what your finite mind can take. You will never gain Ishvara's knowledge. Ishvara's knowledge will never be gained because your mind cannot handle it. Your mind does not have the gigabyte space to handle, to put in modern computer language. In your laptop, try to download something from a supercomputer. You will get a few things. What you can download, you will get. Try to download more, what will happen? Luckily for you, they will say, system full. You got to download more. Memory is full. Luckily.
So it is.
If you still try to force it on a laptop, you can't force that protection in the laptop, you can't force downloading more. Here you can try to force, your mind will blow. You'll go mad.
It is Veshti and Samashti.
Yeah, exactly, because Veshti mind can only hold that much. It's connected, all right. In fact, it's always connected. Right now, is your mind connected to the cosmic mind or not? It is part of the cosmic mind. Then why are you not getting all that insights? Because your sense of identification with your finitude is very high.
Broadband nahi hai.
Low bandwidth.
No bandwidth.
Yeah. Then that's what they say. Then no mind state. No mind में कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा. Yeah. So then if you're going to no mind, nothing will happen. Downloading only this much can happen. No, but supposing I download an Upanishad. All right. Here is a person who is going. Okay. Now look at it. As a yogi or as a Vajramushti warrior, Tai Chi warrior, whatever. You have developed your body well. You have learned to twist it, this, do whatever you want. For that, is your connection with the body strong or weak?
Strong.
It has to be strong.
Strong, yeah.
Connection has to be strong. You know you are not the body in some ways. Why? Because you are manipulating it. So that understanding can come. But connection is strong. With your mind, etc. Because subtle mind, you learn to pull this here, this, that thing. Now with this, let us say, you connected with the cosmic mind. And there you saw. Okay? Satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo vedanihitam guhayam so ashnute sarvan kaman saha. Let's say you saw this verse. The likelihood is your mind will pick up all those upasanas in Taittiriya, Sikshavali. Why? Because that's all what you have done and practiced. Are I am getting new things here. So chances are good your mind will go. Why? Samskara wise your mind will go there. I tried to speak to Tai Chi masters on this and though last में गड़बड़ हो जाता है उनका mind में because that conditioning is too strong. So now what will happen? Let us say he saw the Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Okay. Your Veda Nihitam Guhayam, it's available. In the Buddhi Guha it will be available. Hridaya Guha. Okay. So Ashnute Sarvan Kaman Saha. What will you do now? Tell me, now keep your Vedanta knowledge aside. Look at that verse. What will happen?
Try to quieten the mind.
No,
You will convert it into something experiential. It is natural. Ignorance will not go. You are part of the whole. You have to connect up. You have to, see, by connecting up, I got this. So this now I have to experience absence of everything, no mind state. You will convert it into that. Unless there is a teacher available and teaching available, you will convert it into that. Then what will happen? Back to square one. You will become a highly competent person, and no doubt about that, in your functioning, everything. In fact, that's one of the modern teachers saying, na, to be the best version of yourself. Do this Kriya.
Yeah, Sadhguru.
Yeah. Bhava Spandanam and Shunya meditation, all that, do that, you'll become the best version. That's very nice. My Kushalatvam has become extra. Correct? Yoga Karma Su Kaushala. The highest possible Kushalatvam you can have. Very good. That's very beneficial. Yeah. I wish all of us had some more Kushalatvam. It's good. Yeah. But will it jump to moksha? In fact, you will struggle to integrate that whatever insight you gained, that experiential insight that you gained into your day-to-day life, you will struggle for that. You will really struggle. I've seen people who struggle. I can't relate to my family after this. I can't. In fact, one of these masters said that the day I had that experience, I lost my mother. Why? I couldn't even look at her face after that. He says, why not? Why couldn't you look at her? It's a mom. No? It's a role you're playing. What's the problem? After taking sannyasa, you expect your mother to call you Swamiji. Even if she does it change the fact that you are this body and that body has a connection of mother and son? Does that change that? No. But what is the thing of losing your mom? He said that because you are struggling to integrate this different experience, so different from your normal experiences, into your day-to-day life. This happens with people. Yeah. People who have spent a tour in Vietnam, American soldiers. A tour in Vietnam was 8-9 months. 8-9 months of living with that high tension, high degree of alertness, this, that, etc. Because you don't know from where death is coming. These are 24-year-old kids spend there, okay? And then they come back. It takes time for them to adjust back into society because that was such a different experience. A car backfires. Where is my gun gone? Well, because that sound is like a pistol shot. Pistol shot means danger. Yeah. Your weapon should leap into your hand. This is so. Hey, there's only car backfiring. Relax. Okay. I surrender to that. Yeah. It's true. I'm not talking of post-stress trauma. I'm not talking of that. I'm talking of normal characters without that post-stress. Just normal, having different experiences. Then this is, at least there you have other soldiers to talk to. No problems. So there at least you have other soldiers to talk to. Here whom will you talk with? How many people have got Samadhi experience? So support system not available. If you're studying under a guru, at least you can go back to the guru and discuss it.
Swamiji, what about the Ganaka Rishi? What about the Ganaka Rishi when the rishis saw the entire, the knowledge came into...
They were highly evolved and there was teaching there. That's why it is not that rishis downloaded it in meditation. No traditional master will ever say that. That the rishis in their meditation they saw the truth. That's why you have ideas of Dakshinamurti, Brahmaji as a teacher, Indra as a teacher, Vishnu as a teacher, all that. Why do you have all those stories? To indicate that there is a teaching. Because if you are just seeing Satyam Jnanam Anantam, there is no teaching available. How are you going to say? And Yo Veda Nihitam Guhaya. Are you getting the idea? You will never get into it. Yeah. So this is the thing. So any type of experience like this, the newer Purva Paksha, okay, from yes, will not. How are you going to correlate it? Because there is nothing in your experience to correlate with this experience. there's nothing. And you will use words that have, I had an experience of reality, I had experience of this, and that means you are separate from it. Yeah, I went into that experience and I came out of that experience. That means you are separate from it, no? That I am one with the whole thing. Then you will start making wrong statements also. Because what is your experience there? Okay, this is Dharma Mega. Supposing after the Dharma Mega, you went into pure Samadhi. Complete, no mind state. Cessation of all thoughts. You will take it as emptiness. Nothingness. And when modern master goes about giving the meaning of Shiva as that which is not there, he has confused what is Shiva and what is Maya. Maya is that which is not. That definition is confused for Shiva, and he is saying Shiva is that which is not there. Because uska experience is that Samadhi mein nothing was there. How did he equate with Shiva then? If nothing was there, how did he equate with Shiva? Because probably in your Upasana you started with Shiva. Can you see how all these conditionings are coming in? I am digressing from the main Shastra to handle this modern Purvapaksha also, because it's all part of Upasanas. It's all part of Upasanas. For a Jivan Mukta there is no problem. One who has gone through the Shastra and understood the truth, and for him there is no problem relating to his parents or anything. What's the problem?
Also, Swamiji, like deep sleep, we can say, that nothing was there, but Sakshi was there. So when he came out of Samadhi, he said nothing was there. So
exactly.
who said how
he
did
was there
it
to
was
say
an
that.
experience?
No?
Who was there to say that?
So Buddha didn't have that problem because Buddha had traditional exposure. Limited, but he had it. So it seems when he went back, Yashoda came and sat next to him, holding his hand right through his satsang. Yeah, this is a story in that. Sat like that. Because he was called into the palace. So Yashoda came, greeted him and held his hand. And she sat there. And then all the people in the palace were asking him things and all that thing, and he answered. There's a story like that. Right? Because, what difference does it make? I have not divorced my wife. He has not taken sannyasa. Then later on he started wearing that dress. When he started forming the Sangha, only then. So, none of the people who have gone through the proper setup has had an issue of relating. Why? It's a role, Baba. What difference does it make? Ashariram sharireshu. That's the important thing. Ashariram sharireshu. Anavasteshu avasthitam. Samatva dhiraha na shochati. There is no dukkha. Experiential sukha dukkha will be there. That's a different thing that we have seen before. Yeah. Experiential sukha dukkha is not a problem. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. It's a hot summer day. Everyone is sweating away. Power failure. There is no thing, He's not going to say, hey, Anand aa gaya. Yeah. It's hot, yaar. Come on. Kabhi power aayega. Theek hai. Anand. Ishwarecha. Yeah. Are you getting the idea? This is the whole thing. Okay? Then there's more to it. But any questions?
Then in the other lokas, you said Sharira is important for any loka to go. So then in other lokas, Sukha Dukkha will not be there, no?
It will be there. Experiential
But
Sukha Dukkha.
Kartutva is not there. Then why Sukha Dukkha?
See, Dukkha, as we say, born of an experience in terms of illness, death, etc. That type of dukkha is not there. But experiential sukha dukkha is there.
So even though Kartutva is not there, then
Bhoktrutvam is there, no?
Suppose
go
you
through-
bump
that's what I told you now.
bump into somebody you don't like in the heaven and like, how come he is or she is in heaven?
All the stories they say. So,
Deep dukkha. Outright rejection.
Yeah, I know.
my neighbor has landed up here is dukkha. You know? Or even, see, the dukkha of death is not there. We say that. But think about it a bit. People are having fun in heaven. Dost hai, ye hai. And Yamaduta comes and tells, sir, your time here is over. Now, another Sharira is waiting for you. There are 3 couples possible, where you get all your prarabdha can be fulfilled. At the most, you can choose from one of the 3. Choose. You have 1 day to take that decision. What will the others feel? Arey yaar, ye chale jayega apna.
The loss.
It is not thought of death, but it's still a loss, na?
The loss is still.
चले गए अभी देखेगा नहीं ऐसा इसको. Will you see him in the same form? Then you will see. Once in a way you are allowed to peep down and see. कैसे कर रहा है?
So he himself will feel sad that I'm going now.
Yeah, he also will say that I'm going. अभी यार ऐसा हो गया.
And when he'll take new birth, he won't remember.
Anything of it. Or you'll say, oh my God, मेरा भी प्रारब्ध का ऐसा parents को जाने का. Or he may think, यार अच्छा, heaven में बोर हो गया, चलो, let's go. Too much of time has went. Bored हो गया अभी खाना पिया. For I mean, I want to go and achieve something.
Yeah, because that sense of that achievement won't be there.
Won't be there in
at all.
heaven, yeah.
Because
कर्तृत्व is not
only
there.
bhakti flow. That's why I was wondering if there is nothing of that side, then sukha dukkha comes from that only, no?
Yeah. So can you see that satisfaction you won't get? Anyway, good place to stop. Okay, I hope that's